Hey, welcome to this episode of Gas Therapy. I'm Michael. I share my knowledge of musical gear solutions which are cheaper and better, in my opinion. But comparing to seeking for another gear's solution, I think there's a better way to cure one's gear acquisition syndrome, which is actual learning. So today I want to share you my secret tips while learning music production from MF Doom. Let's start the therapy. MF Doom is one of my favorite icons among hip-hop scene. I know he's more known as a rapper, and people love his lyrical skills. You know, Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos. But me, as a non-native English speaker, I couldn't fully get all of that. What I dig more is his work as a producer. His beats are full of unique and obscure samples. He's really good at layering and drum programming. Even for some more traditional ones, I can always learn something from his music. So today, I want to share you what I learned from his well-known song, Doomsday, from his debut studio album. When I want to learn a song, firstly, I will analyze it. Usually, I would use my ear to do the active listening. And then, at the same time, taking notes for what is happening during each part of the song. For a 4-minute song, this process will cost me around half to 1 hour, depending on how complicated the song is. But even if I did all the hard works, I still couldn't get all the details from the song. Plus, not everyone has the skill of active listening. It'll require you to train your music hearing for years. So is there an easier way to analyze a song without needing all of these works? Actually, yes. Let me introduce you the tool I'm using today, which can save me a lot of time and effort from active listening, and which also is today's sponsor, Hit and Mix, and their AI DAW, RipX. RipX is a leading stem separation tool, and the first of its kind, which is AI DAW. For me, it's an amazing tool when you want to learn from an existing song. For example, today I want to analyze MF Doom's Doomsday. So I downloaded this track, open RipX, drag the sound in, and then RipX will automatically separate each element from the sound. It will take a few minutes, which depends on how powerful your device is. And then you will get the sound separated into vocal, piano, guitar, bass, drum, strings, etc. And all the elements will be laid out separately on the timeline, which means you can also listen to each element in solo. Even just from the overview, you can get a way clearer vision on how the music evolves. This sound seems like a non-stopping repetitive loop, added some rap elements to extend it to a full song. But is it? You can see the keyboard is constantly playing a 2-chord loop with some melody variation, which extends the 2 bars into 4 bars. That's the surface level of variation. But if you zoom out to the whole picture, you can clearly see the structure of the song. There are 2 parts in the song. Doom took out the keyboard chord playing. Now let's see the bass. Yes, basically he is reducing harmonic elements for these 2 parts to minimize the boring feeling the speed has already delivered to the audience. And when it comes to boring feeling, you can see after the beat start, the keyboard is constantly playing the same chord progression again and again. But how does Doom make it less repetitive? Here comes his layering techniques. Firstly, along with the female singing changing to Doom's rapping, he added a lot of ad-libs.
Used to cop a lot, whenever cop no drop, hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops.
These ad-libs added here and there enhance the rhythm and Doom's lyrics. That is a lot of variation. And then for the kick, he also added another tuned tail sound for the kick drum. You can hear this part. The kick comes with a boom boom, boom boom boom. And for this part, the kick only has the basic punch. And for the percussion, he uses conga as an extra layer for the snare, which is pretty common. But for this beat, he also uses the scratching sound as a shaker, which blew my mind. Usually when you are adding shaker to your drum set, the shaker will always sound subtle, not adding too much energy to the drum playing, but using scratching sound as a shaker. It's just genius. It boosts up the high frequency energy very well. I have to try it out in the future. And last but not least, for the bass, he also added some sudden breaks to the bass playing, just to let the listener to have a break from the low end energy. Smart. So all in all, Doom's producing is just amazing to me, not even mentioning the intro and outro design of this song. I can always learn a lot from his music, and with RipX DAW, I can analyze any music and learn from it in a really efficient way. RipX DAW will cost you $99, but it's a one-time purchase, no subscription, allows you to activate 2 devices, and it also works offline. But most importantly, it saves me a lot of time and effort while learning from an existing masterpiece. If you are new to RipX, you will also get 3 weeks of free trial to see if it is useful for you. And I highly recommend it to you to check it out, link in description. Now, I will be digging more secrets from MF Doom and have fun learning with RipX. Wait, did I mention that you can also export all the stems separated from RipX? You should already know that, right? Boom boom, boom boom boom.